Hi crafty creators! Welcome to a Miss Chloe Flosstube. You guys are such gems for joining me. A big hi, hello, how are you to anyone that might be new. We have had a small subscriber jump lately. I am so thrilled that you've found me, and I hope that you enjoy these videos and you find a reason to stay. And a big welcome back to anyone that's returning. You know I love and appreciate you guys so much, and I love chatting to you in comments. My name is Miss Chloe, and this is my little corner of the internet where I get to talk about all things cross-stitch and my crafting journey. Today I just have a little bit of an update for you. I have worked pretty solely on 4 projects. So if you guys saw my last video, you'll know that I'm doing a stitch along. So obviously I worked on that, and I started a project for my niece and I became obsessed. It's so cute. I can't wait to show you how it comes out. And then I got a new project that I started and I finished it in 2 days. And then I have another one that I've started, which you'll see a lot because it's another stitch along. I think that's the thing, right? Once you get into this community and you start finding out about stitch alongs, you just get hooked. You get hooked, and that's all you can do. So I think we'll get into it. We'll get into it really quick. The first thing I'm going to show you is my start and finish, which is from the Camp Black Needle Society Carnival unboxing that I did a few weeks ago here on this channel. And it is the Carnival Master! Look how cute this guy is! Look, he's so tiny! You guys will remember from the unboxing I got a pillow that matches him, and it just made me obsessed. I couldn't stop thinking about him. I kept hugging the pillow, so I had to stitch him. I had to. There was no like, oh, you know, as a reward when you finish that. Your girl got obsessed and was just like, pew! So I did it. I did it in 2 days. I could probably have done it in 1 day if I had the time. I did do it in between work. So this was my lunchtime and break time project. And I absolutely loved him. So of course this is Carnival Master. This is designed by Katie Landis of the Black Needle Society. And he was our camp snail for this year. So there are other snails in the range that are currently out. I did one last year. This is Jolly Soul. He came out for Christmas, and I again finished him in about 2 days. I really loved working on these, so I have to do the other 2. There is also the first camp snail. So this guy is blue. And then there is a purple one, which is the lunar snail, and I love that it's got moons on its shells. Like, moons and stars are very my vibe. I love it so much that I may have to stitch it twice. But yeah, I'm gonna pop them all in these little frames. I got these from Kmart. They are the perfect size. So this snail is currently stitched on a 32 count linen, I believe, called Echo. I'm sorry, you guys, all of the information for the fabric is listed in my Instagram, but it's left my brain. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. I remember that it was 32 count. I'm pretty sure it was called Echo. And it did come with the kit. He is stitched in Bee Stitch Me Silks, and he's obviously stitched over 2 to make him quite a bit bigger. But I really love him. I love how dapper he is and his little hat. He's just the cutest little dude. This is the first time I've stitched with silks as well, and I really enjoyed the process of that. I felt like they were really smooth to work with. It was really beautiful. So that was quite a nice experience, and I have enough left over to do the big project that came with camp as well, which was the Come One, Come All sign. And I'm hoping to do that as a reward later on down the track. But for now, I think I'm going to stick with working on small snails and all of my other projects, so my stitch alongs. Okay, the next thing I've worked on is Dear Mrs. Duck by Luna Fox Stitch. Now, last time you guys saw her, I only had a few stitches in the bonnet, but I'm so chuffed with her, you guys. Look how cute she is. A couple of people told me that they gave her real like 90s baby vibe, and I am here for that. I love it so much. This is also done over 2 on a 32 count, but this one's an even weave called Pink Powder Splash. This one was done in DMC, and this one took me probably a week. It does have a lot of backstitch. It doesn't look like it. It's not coming up very well with the backstitch on camera, at least from where I'm sitting. But I'm really, really happy with how she came out. This one did have backstitch that ranged from 1 strand to 3 strands in the white and the black. It also had French knots, but I left them off. I don't think she needed the knots. I think she's really sweet. This one is for my niece. So if you saw my last proper update video, you guys will know that my brother and sister-in-law had a baby, and she is my first niece, so I wanted to do something special. And I think that this is the right way to go. So this is really cute. I'm really, really happy with how it came out. I love her little jacket. And I got, actually, okay, I did this in the middle of the fabric, so I could do whatever I wanted with framing, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have enough left over to do like a 1/1 version of her as well. So I'm gonna do a miniature duck. She looks so small when I hold her back here. Look at that. Oh, baby. But I need to work out how to frame her still. And I needed to work out putting the name on here. So I don't think I'm going to stitch it. I think I'm going to be a little bit different. And you guys can tell me if any of you have had a play with framing before, if you have tips. I'm thinking of getting a small foam block. So probably this height squared. And then tensioning her with pins in the side of the foam block and mounting it in the middle of a shadow box frame. And in the background doing like some cute fabrics. And then I was thinking that her parents can use it a bit more like a memory box, so they could put her first hospital bracelet in there and, you know, maybe a cutting of hair, or I don't know what parents keep. I'm not a parent, but I've seen a lot of things for memory boxes lately, and I know that they're really cute and I think they're a great idea. So I thought that might be a sweet way to go. So if I mount this on the back of the box, they can put stuff underneath it. And I'll just line the back of the shadow box with maybe some like printed pond paper, so it looks like she's, you know, at the pond, or some like little flowers or something really cute and sweet. And I'm thinking of doing it in like this light blue, just to give it a bit of a balance, because we don't want too much pink in there. And then I have a vinyl cutting machine, so I was thinking of cutting her name and actually popping it on the glass itself, so just above the ducky. But yeah, I have never done anything like that before, so I'm still sketching it out. I'm trying to work it out in my head. That's why she's still fabric at the moment. But I would really appreciate any ideas or suggestions or things that, you know, you would put in the box, so that I can maybe go and get some little extra bits and pieces for her. But yeah, that's my little dear Mrs. Duck. And I really love her. She's so sweet. Okay, next up I have an FFN, which is a finish for now. And it is the Horrorfly Stitch Along. You guys, I'm doing it. I'm keeping up with herself. I can never do that, ever. So I'm really, really stupid proud of this, because I'm actually doing it. I'm gonna get this one. It's gonna be done in time. There's gonna be no back releases. I am making it happen. I'm making it happen. But look, it's up to date. So first off, we got our frame, which you guys have all seen. I'm not going to move the Q-snap because she's in the perfect position for the next release. But we did the frame, and I think that's where it was last time I filmed. So then we got release 1, which was the carnivorous caterpillars. And look at those colors. Aren't they the cutest little things? I love the blue one. And then our next release, we got these 2 gnats and this little lute up here and these branches. And then finally we have the Eyeball Empress. What a great name. I love her. Her wings were so enjoyable to stitch. And because I started from the eyeball section for a while, it just looked like Mike Wazowski. And all I could hear in my head was, I made it onto the thing! You know, when he gets like really excited in the movie because he's on the cover of the DVD or something, but they've put the sticker over his face. That's all I could hear. So in my head, they sound the same, even though this is a lady because she's an empress. But yeah, they're not huge releases, but they're fairly chunky. I think this one was just over 1,000 stitches. And I think she's been the biggest release so far, bar the frame, because the frame is always the biggest bit. But I've really enjoyed working on it. I've loved this one. This is by Noctiflora Designs. And a big hi, Gretchen. I found out that she watched me last week, and then she inboxed me about it on Instagram. And I had the hugest fangirl moment. I was so excited. She's absolutely lovely, and she is obviously a fantastic designer. This is such a dream to stitch. The colors just flow into each other. I'm absolutely loving it. I am doing mine on a 32 count even weave. No one is surprised? No one is surprised. No one is surprised. The next one's also that. And this one is stitched 2/2. The fabric I'm using is called Fairy Light, and it is from Sew It All Australia. And of course I got some corresponding needle minders because I didn't have anything spooky. This is my first spooky stitch. And I already have plans for 3 more if I finish this. So I had to get some spooky minders, right? So I jumped onto Ginger Stitch and I bought this bunny and this kitty and this fox and this tiny little teddy bear. They're so cute. And they glow like crazy, right? I did this outside, and I was outside for maybe 30 minutes, and I wasn't even in full sun, and they were glowing in the daylight. Like, I don't know what the levels of glow things are, but like these are definitely top tier. These are excellent. So thank you very much, Zane from Ginger Stitch. I love them. And I think they just fit so perfectly with this piece. I also don't have any butterfly needle minders, so they couldn't go in here, but also even if I did, butterflies don't feel quite right. They are not spooky enough. So I got the little skull animals and I absolutely love them. I also have this little witch cat, also Ginger Stitch, that I got in the order, and I just think it's really cute, so I had to put it on my current whip. And then my classic Chloe needle minder from the lovely ladies at the Black Needle Society. I have 4 minders with my names on them, and they are my absolute favorite. Absolute favorite. I love them so much. This one is wooden. I think I have 3 wooden ones and a plastic one. But yeah, this is where this is up to. This is a finish for now. I think we get the next release on Friday this week. I'm very excited. Very excited. I can't remember if we're getting an up here or a down here, but it's in the perfect position for both spots. So let's go. Let's go. I can't wait to get this done. The last thing I have to show you is my brand new start. This is another stitch along. This is the Mermaids of the Seasons by Bella Filipina and Fiberlicious. And I'm so excited, right? I am stitching this one with my stitchy besties, Liz and Amy. So that is Stitched by Liz with an underscore on Instagram. And Amy in the Valley. And here's my little start. This is spring. She is stitched on a 32 count even weave that is from Sew It All, and it is called Pink Clouds. It's coming up a bit washed out. I'll see if I can. It's not coming up true to color, but that's okay. Oh, that's better. It's a little bit darker than this. And you can see I've got her arm in there and part of her back. So this is my little start. This is what I've done since yesterday when I first picked her up and popped her on my snap. As I said, this is spring. This is what she'll look like. And at the moment I am stitching her skin as 1/1 to give it a real smooth texture. And then the rest of her will be stitched over 2. And that should give me some depth and definition in her tail. It'll look more like scales with the bigger blocks and things like that. So I'm really excited. I haven't done this technique before, but it is one that I've heard a lot of other stitchers talk about, specifically ladies that do mirrors, all the fancy ladies. They've told me before that to make their pieces look really, really smooth and delicate, they've done their skin as 1/1, which means 1 stitch is 4 stitches, which is a lot of extra work. And I can tell you on 32 count, my eyes are screaming. How do you guys work on 40 count? People that 1/1 on 40 count, please tell me your secret, because I have the brightest light I can find. I have magnifying glasses and still my head's like, stop. So any advice, any tips are very, very welcome here. Very welcome. Even though my eyes are screaming and I have to take a lot of breaks, I'm really happy with the progress I've done on her so far. I have 1 month to do her. I believe she comes out on the 15th of each month. I'm sure someone will tell me if I'm wrong there. It's either the 14th or the 15th of each month. So I do have quite a bit of time to stitch her, which is good because she's a fairly chunky amount of stitches, especially with the over 1 going into her as well as the over 2. And then I also have to learn beading. Has anyone done beading? Please give me your tips. I don't know what I'm doing, and all of the help, please give me all of the help. Because I want her to look really good. As I said, I am doing this one with Liz and Amy, which is really cool. We have a little group chat going about it and we can share our progress and any struggles that we're having. And I would like to thank Amy because she organized all the fabrics for me and all of the beads, and she ordered all of the fancy flosses. Like, she is an angel, absolute angel. And also thanks to Liz because Liz was amazing. She's helped me with a couple of symbols that I couldn't really see a difference in because my PDF wouldn't expand properly for whatever reason. But also she came up with this great idea for us to do all of the seasons on different colors. So Amy and I jumped on that like crazy, and we have a different colored fabric for each of our seasonal mermaids, and I cannot wait to show them to you. But I'm going to show you each week as I keep up. I hope I keep up. Each week as I keep up, just so that they're a little bit of a surprise. There's something a little bit new for you to see each time. But yeah, I'm really loving working on this one, and I can't wait to get her body done, because I think putting in her tail and she's holding like flowers and stuff because she is spring, right? Because we're in spring now in Australia. So it's really nice to have a design that's actually corresponding with my seasons. For instance, usually, we'll jump onto things that come out around Christmas. That's summer for us, but it's winter for everyone else. So all of the designs are snow and winter, and we're sitting here being like, not really what I want to stitch at the beach. So it's really cool. This one is in our seasons. This one is sort of made for me. And I'm really, really enjoying it. So yeah, she is holding a bunch of flowers, and I believe she has more flowers in her hair. Fancy. And I can't wait to start stitching them. They're going to be a lot of fun, little pops of color. I think they're pink and green and maybe like a light red to blend in with that. Not 100%, don't quote me. You can see, I can't see. But yeah, I can't wait to get more done on her. I think she is really, really beautiful, and she is going to look so good. It's going to be interesting too to see. I know a lot of people are doing skin conversions and different beads and different hair and all of that. So I do love jumping on sales and just watching how different everyone's work comes out. I think that's a really great feature of the Facebook groups that we have, we get to see all of the little changes that everyone makes, and that's just so much fun. Real quick, the needle minders on this one are the Black Needle Society. This is another named one of mine. This is Ginger Stitch. This is Ginger Stitch. This was gifted to me from the camp box, and this was gifted to me from Stitched by Liz. So yeah, that's where all my projects are up to. Oh, just quickly, the grime guards that I have, where'd you go? Over there. The grime guards that I have are new. I got them from the lovely Amy. Thank you so much, Angel. Liz made me some grime guards for my bigger frames, and I've really enjoyed having them on there. I like the fact that my work stays clean on the edges now, and I don't have to worry so much about the handling, because I can just hold the grime guard and, you know, push it over a little bit because it's on elastics. And my friend Amy was lovely enough to make some for my smaller frames, which is awesome because now I can use these, and these obviously travel with me a lot more going to work and things like that. So thank you very much, baby. I love them. I love them, and they are very useful. Thank you. Both of these are bee themed. Different kinds of bees, but I like them. Bees are cute. Okay. That's it from me today. There's not a whole lot here. I am trying to keep on top of the stitch along, so you'll see those two lovelies again. And then if I finish these and have a little time, I would like to do another one of the snaily boys and get them up so that I can pick a wall and start decorating it with all of my frames, because for those who don't know, I still not have got a single piece on the wall. I have two pieces professionally framed. I have a bunch of pieces I have framed. I have stuff sitting in bags. But I just keep putting it on my entryway because I've got a little like ledge. So I keep popping everything there. So I think it's time. I've lived in this house for a few years now. I think it's time I picked a wall and I stuck a few nails in. The problem is picking a wall, right? That's the hard bit. So I've got to go do that and hang everything up. Everything up. So that the whole world can actually see my work. That would be so nice. But yeah, that's everything from me. I'll see you again in a few weeks. Thank you so much for coming by. Please do all of the YouTubey things, like comment, have a chat with me, let me know what you're working on. I do love hearing from you, and I always answer you guys. I love talking to you so much. Until next time, crafty creators, stay safe, be happy, and go craft something beautiful. Bye, guys.